I would like to welcome David Tupaz to the Art Institute of Seattle. And we are doing a fabulous installation. It's right in front of me at the Art Institute, exclusively for the Art Institute of Seattle with a fashion group international. We're doing an installation of David Tupaz couture work. He has about, let's see, 15 pieces that he brought from directly from Las Vegas. Well, actually, he went to...
I was at Portland Fashion Week last night.
Last night?
Yeah.
Sleep,
no, not yet. And so
that's how we do it in fashion.
Exactly. And so I brought the rest of the collection here. I was already in Portland, and I just took the train, which is fun. I've never done that before. And so we are installing part of my collection here at the exhibit hall at the Art Institute of Seattle. And thanks to Yuliya, I think she's one of the visionaries, and and has vision for fashion and art and all that. And there are very few people, I think, who shares that, with a passion. Some people do it just thinking about it, but it's different when you have passion for it.
Thank you so much. David, tell me a little bit more about your mission now in life. What is your mission now?
Well, my mission now is actually share the knowledge and the support of helping the younger generation of designers and creative people in their creative growth. I think not everybody today can afford to go to fashion school or the Art Institute. There's a lot of younger generations that have that inner talent and that creative talent and vision, but they don't have the program, nor they don't have the venue to express it, nor
resources.
Exactly. And with regards to the city or the state or where they're at, I don't think there's any program that would support this. So I think that's the bigger picture. I think I always believe I grew up in a culture that it is what you can give, not what you can get.
Right.
That is the culture I grew up with. And I remember when I was a child, my grandfather told me that, David, ever since you were a little boy, I saw that you were very creative. He says, you know what?
He believed in you.
Yes, and he was one of my biggest supporters. And he told me, when you're a creative person, he says, you have to feel honored. Because the universe gave you that gift. Because creativity is not available to everyone. But the fact that the universe chose you to have that creative talent, you have to feel honored, because the universe could have given it to the next guy. But he gave it to you. Why? Because that is your mission. He said to me, when you're a creative person, you're like a lamp. You don't put a lamp under the chair, you don't put a lamp under the bed, or keep it in a closet or in a box. You put the light in the center of the room.
Can see.
So everything around it is illuminated. That is the responsibility of a creative talent. Because he said we do not own it. The universe is just using us as instruments for a greater good. That is what creativity means.
So I think that for younger generation, it's so important to have someone as a mentor.
Exactly.
As a mentor
Exactly.
who would share the talent and the knowledge and the energy. And I think you become a mentor. You're becoming a mentor now.
I always believe that each one of us should be the best of what we can be. My grandfather always told me this too as I was growing up. He would always remind me whenever I see him, David, you have to remember, you have to be the best of what you can be. So I thought it was just cliche that our parents, our grandparents will say, oh, do your best, don't get in trouble, whatever. But I remember when I was graduating high school, I confronted him and I said, why do you always keep telling me this? Just out of habit? Is it something else? And he says, you know what? He says, you're already growing older, and for some reason you have a direction in life. You know what you want to take when you're in college, he says, but I'm sure there is already in your head a path to where you want to go. And he says that when the time comes that you reach your goal and follow your dreams, I might not be there anymore. But that's not the point, he said. The reason why I want you to be the best of what you can be is that there's only going to be one William Shakespeare that after 500 years we are still studying his work. There's only going to be one Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart, that after 300 years we are still playing his music. There's only going to be one Albert Einstein that has discovered all these things in science, whose things he discovered we benefit today. There's only going to be one Coco Chanel that has changed how women dress and made the little black dress a uniform for all women of style. He said, who are these people? They're not kings, they're not presidents, they're not princesses, they're ordinary people like you and me. But what they did is they became the best of what they can be. That's why their names live forever. That's why I want you to be like that.
So tell me now, what is David Tupaz style? Who is David Tupaz?
Well, I always...
Fashion.
Okay. Being in the United States of America, I think my aesthetic as a designer in the United States of America is my inspiration for old Hollywood. When women were elegant, when women were really beautiful, respectable, and dignified. I think that's the essence of my client, of the way I see the woman. You know, I mean, there are other designers who would focus on sex, other designers who would focus on the supremacy of the feminine beauty. But for me, it is the image that I see all the time is like Audrey Hepburn.
When you design it?
Yes. I see the image of Audrey or Grace Kelly. You know, the time when women were very elegant. That is the era, and that is the thing I want to bring back to fashion.
So now, show us on your own work how it translates that glamour and Hollywood glamour through your work. Can you show us? Let's go and see.
Okay.
And now we'll go see, and you'll show us.
I think he's gonna edit it.
Just show us some of the things that the forms, right?